When the limits of our skill and ingenuity are put to the test, what we've done in the past may not prepare us for what lies ahead. We begin along a river in British Columbia, Canada, on the afternoon of June 25th, 1993, where Dave Sandilands was brushing up on a skill he hadn't used in more than 10 years.
I think because Wave had never done it before, we weren't quite sure what to expect.
Okay, hit it!
I don't think Dave had done it for a while either.
Wave, he's coming down! Very stop, Wave!
Although Waverly Steinwand had never flown before, he wanted to use Dave's hang gliding kite when he went on vacation the next day. Dave had agreed to teach him how to use it.
I decided it would be good if I went up and did a couple of circuits before Wave went up.
How did it feel?
Good for the first 5 seconds.
You know what, Wave?
Wave's wife, Trish, had reluctantly agreed to help them.
I was 22 weeks pregnant at that time. Really, the only reason I was there was because they needed a third person. The second time, Dave shot up really quickly, kept gaining height, went all the way to the end of the rope.
It felt like 10 seconds. I was at full 500 feet. The view up there was spectacular. I was trying to get the feel for the winds, on what strength they were at that altitude, and just the handling of the kite again.
When you get down to 2 lengths, what do you do?
For the hit it, just flop up and down.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You're going to be a father soon.
I didn't think that this was a safe thing to be doing.
500 feet.
That's still pretty high.
But Wave was really excited about it. He was always
Let's give it 1 second.
getting into something new, you know.
All right, give it a yank. Perfect. Okay, if it starts to go off to the right, push the kite to the right.
It had taken me approximately 2 weeks of training to get to a comfortable level where I was actually flying by hand. And the instruction that I was trying to give to Wave was insufficient. We rushed too much.
Don't forget, 2 lengths. Lift the kite. That's the signal. Okay, hit it!
I had to drive the boat so that Dave could give Wave instructions and spot him. And then all of a sudden he was going off in the wrong direction.
And the kite starts to go up. At this point, I'm wondering if he's in control or if he's not.
Release! 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 Release!
Got the boat turned around and got in as close as we could, not knowing what was going to be under that kite.
When we continue,
I was in nurse mode, but I was scared. We were just best friends and lovers, and I don't want to lose this person.
Okay, Daddy's turn to eat. Mommy said...
My wife got her hair cut, so she said...
when first-time hang glider Wave Steinwand lost control of his kite and plunged more than 100 feet to the ground, the only people who saw him fall were his friend Dave and his wife Trish.
Called his name a few times, no answer. I thought he was toast.
Wave, are you okay?
The seat had broken upwards into his back.
Still. Just lay still. Don't move your head.
He was conscious. He was incoherent.
Okay, I'm going to settle the boat.
I'm an emergency room nurse, and I just wanted some extra help here pretty quick.
At that particular time, the tide was out, but it was coming in. When the tide is in, he would be underwater.
All the way down to the fishing boats.
But I didn't know exactly how to describe to them how to reach us.
He was definitely in a lot of pain. He's not a wuss. It takes a lot to make him complain about things. I knew if I was going to function properly here and not lose it, that I was going to just have to detach myself.
We're going to get you out of here.
His major area where I could see that he was losing blood from was from his ankle. The bones were embedded into the dirt. He had some bruising in his abdomen. And of course, I mean, you're worried about a spinal injury.
You can only get through him by boat.
British Columbia ambulance paramedics John Verdi and Bob Alexander drove as close as they could to the scene.
We had no life jackets, didn't know where we were going or who we were with. Just a little ways up the river, that's how it was described.
Keep still.
Pregnancy was forgotten. I guess I wasn't thinking of Wave as a father. I was thinking of Wave as my husband. And I don't want to lose this person.
We're basically up to our waist in water to get to him. And the tide was coming in. If we would have had to have gone back out to where the boat was, we would have been up to our necks, if not over our necks, in the water by that point.
Make sure the hovercraft's coming, please.
The first thing that I saw, besides the crumpled hang glider, was a person that I had recognized from Delta Hospital, a nurse that I had just met.
See if the hovercraft's going to come and get us out of here.
I thought, gee, this is perfect. I just assumed at the time that she was just somebody that happened to be out in another boat.
You're going to have to do anything at all? Or?
The water was coming up. He was getting wet.
The clock was ticking. There was minimal amounts of things that we could do to help him. We needed to get him to the hospital as soon as possible.
Hovercraft's coming.
Before long, you could hear the roar of the hovercraft off in the distance.
Okay, nice and still.
Then, before you knew it, they were there.
Nice and still.
One of the crew members on board the Canadian Coast Guard hovercraft was David Percy.
When we're running on the water, we have cushion of air underneath us. When we go on a boat ramp, we can basically deflate the cushion. So anywhere you can see, you can basically go, as long as it's flat. The paramedics had just finished packaging them up, and in about 45 minutes would have been underwater.
I was devastated. At that point, I left. And the other gentleman that brought the wire cutters asked, "Are you going to take your kite with you?" I said, "No, I don't even want to see it again."
I was in nurse mode, but I was scared. I figured life was going to be changing. That's for sure.
You have pain in your neck, Wade?
Wave was transferred from Vancouver General Hospital. Orthopedic spine surgeon Marcel Dvorak took over his care.
He had injured not only the bones in his back, but had also crushed and injured some of the nerves.
No wonder he can't feel his feet.
After he was put into other people's hands and they were taking care of him, it was like, whoa, what am I going to do? We were just best friends and lovers, you know, ready to open a new chapter in our lives. I didn't care what shape he was in, as long as he was alive.
Wave underwent a series of operations on his fractured ankle, heel and shoulder, his right lung, and the broken back that had left his legs with some paralysis.
We do most of our work in the operating room, but after that is when the work really starts for the patient. He had to learn how to walk. He had to really start from scratch again.
This happened the end of June. I said, "Oh, September, you'll see me back at work." I couldn't understand that there were injuries that would last for months and years before you'd recover from.
At the end of August, they decided that he had healed enough to try and walk. He lost all color, went kind of gray. Sweat dripping off him, but he did great.
I thought walking is just, oh, 1 foot in front of the other and away you go. Far from that. I'd have to think about lifting my foot, pulling it ahead, placing it down flat and straight ahead. And with every step I take, I'd have to go through all those thoughts.
On September 3rd, we had about 20 of our friends in, and we had our 10th anniversary celebration in the hospital.
I don't think anybody will understand this. I think probably the whole time we were in the hospital, Trish and I said to each other, probably 100 times, how lucky I was. We had everything. We had a baby on the way.
In November, just 1 month after Wave's own release from the hospital, 7-pound, 9-ounce Madison Steinwand came into the world.
He asked the doctor if he could deliver her. The doctor said, sure, why not? And Wave just kind of figured it was something that most dads do. He didn't realize that usually it's only the cord cutting they get to do.
Come on, Madison. Let's go home.
When she was born, I was the first person that touched her or held her, and that was, I tell you, that just rips at your heart right there.
Did pretty darn good, didn't we? Now he just walks with the ankle foot orthotics, but does really well with them. You'd hardly know, that he was basically paralyzed from the knees down. His nerves will regenerate. It will probably take about 2 years from the time of surgery.
Oh, okay.
Wave is still in rehabilitation, trying to get back into shape to rejoin the police force.
How many other fathers would have the opportunity to stay home with their newborn daughter for the first year and a half of their life, whatever it takes me to get back to work? Another blessing in disguise.
Hang gliding. Never again. Never again. Never again. Never again.
In the past. I partially blame myself because whenever you try to give crash courses, you'll end up regretting it. And it's not worth a life, a friendship, or a family.
Have you got a brush or just... This is it right here, you're looking at it. It wasn't Dave's fault for what happened up there, it was mine. I was the one who said, let's get in this kite, let's go up. Nobody put that kite on my back. I've always wanted to try bungee jumping, but I'm not going to try bungee jumping now. Family's what it's all about now. And that's the way it will be for the rest of my life.
Next.
I took note of the table first, and something just rang in not right.
Mom! Dad's choking! Mom!
As parents, we tend to think we know the individual limitations and strengths of each of our children. But one summer afternoon in 1993, at their home in Pensacola, Florida, Jerry and Twyla Ard were reminded that the best rewards of being a parent are the surprises made possible by love.
Bradley was our first child, and as the first son, you have a lot of big plans for him. We didn't know until he was 1.5 years old that he had Down syndrome. And when we got that diagnosis, you mourn the death of your dreams and the goals that you had for him. And then, after you get up from your bed of self-pity, you set new goals. You have new dreams. You point in new directions. And then you go with it.
We're so thankful, Heavenly Father, for this day and for the blessing.
Around 5:30 p.m. on July 12, 1993, while Twyla was out at a meeting, Jerry and their 2 sons, 21-year-old Bradley and 13-year-old Jonathan, were having dinner.
She was cooking. You want the biggest pork chop, Dad?
I want the biggest pork chop you got.
We were talking about what we're going to do tomorrow. Dad was, just talking to us, regular dinner table conversation.
Maybe Jonathan will get a phone call from his girlfriend. We can listen in.
Oh, yes.
Lay off, all right? Don't make me...
Growing up with Bradley, it's a lot different, but I wouldn't trade him in. He's too much fun.
Like potatoes anyway.
Yeah, it's my
favorite. No, you don't. They're not your favorite.
And you too.
And you too, that's right. Bradley always...
His food is a big part of his life.
You have homework?
He's always hungry and he's always wanting people to watch his food, like it's going to get up and walk away.
You make an F.
He made an F. He better not have made an F. How much did you?
It wasn't an F. It was a 75.
Oh yeah, talk to him. He have no TV in my room. Watch it.
What's going on at work, Dad?
My father's face, pale. You okay, Dad? Hey, I'm post up. He cannot talk.
I thought that was pretty peculiar.
What happened?
I don't know.
He got something stuck with his throat. I said to him, stay calm. Take it easy. I'll take care of it.
I ran upstairs to see if I could find my Boy Scout handbook to make sure he was doing the Heimlich maneuver right.
I took note of the table first, and something just rang in as, you know, not right.
I squeezed him 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I feel it come out.
Mom!
Bradley informed me quite quickly. I saved him.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, take me. I was afraid my father get hurt. I said my father alive.
What did you do?
My dad. I love him so much. In my heart.
Yes, is everything y'all clear?
I'm fine.
Jerry was still not able to say too much. He was still real weak.
Rest a day off.
Okay.
Take it easy, man.
I realized how close I came to coming in finding him on the floor dead. As parents, I always expect to be the one taking care of the children.
All Bradley told me to do was just stay calm and turn around, and that he would take care of it. I'm still amazed at how calm he was and how assured he was, and there was no I think I can, or maybe it'll work, or anything like that. He was just, he had 100% confidence that he would take care of the situation. Thank you, Brad. Okay. Thank you very much. I love you too.
How you doing? Yeah.
Bradley Ard was given a Heroism Award by the Boy Scouts of America for saving his father's life that day.
I don't think most people who have a handicapped child think of them as being capable of doing something as life-changing as life-saving. But if they're given the opportunity and the training, they can do it.
If we had some time.
Bob White is the Assistant Scoutmaster for Troop 409, a special unit for the mentally and physically challenged, where Bradley learned his first aid skills.
This is a kit for making a bat house.
You never know for sure which part of your training has taken a grip on any of your scouts. One of my favorite variations on Murphy's Law is that no matter how hard you try, every once in a while something's going to go right.
Bradley doesn't know some people expect less of him. He only knows what is expected. Every morning he gets up, shaves, showers, gets ready for work, and at work he has a job to do. He feels he does a good job, and he does. He knows he's capable, and all he wants is a chance.
Brad and I are very close. He's been a blessing to me. And he can do so much. He never thinks about his handicap.
Don't go in the hole.
He didn't tell me that he was handicapped when I asked him to help me. Or he couldn't do it. All he told me was that he would take care of me.
Oh, yes.
He wants an apple.
I pray for my God to take care of my father. The greatest father, my dad.
Yes.
On the morning of August 29, 1993, Silesia Getters set out alone from Orange, New Jersey, on a 600-mile drive to visit her family in South Carolina. In preparation for the journey, she had bought a cellular phone, carefully mapped out her route, and left detailed information with a number of friends. One of the last people she spoke with was her close friend and teacher, Ann Moore.
The day before the trips, I asked her, did you get your car checked? And she said, yes, I did. So Lisa, she's just like one of my little girls. She's like a daughter, full of life. So Lisa gave me a sheet with all of her vital statistics. I mean, she had everything on the sheet, everything. Her bank account numbers and who's her power of attorney, her lawyer's name. So we made a big joke out of it, and we said to her, you act as if you're not coming back. And she said, you never know.
Get someone at a gas station, take a look at it.
Apparently, the way I understand it, this lady noticed something very odd about her automobile, and that the accelerator was sticky.
And she talked with a trooper up there in Virginia. He suggested that she go to a service station.
When we continue,
just blew by me, just like a bullet, and if it hits anything, it will disintegrate.
Across the border in North Carolina, Nash County EMS dispatcher Ray Dixon took the call.
The lady told me she had a car that was running away with her on I-95, and we just started trying to think of things to do, see what we could do to either get her stopped or get some help to her.
Can you take it out of gear? It's burning. No, it'll just, okay, pull it down and
The biggest thing we worried about was her having a wreck and getting killed or running into somebody at 120 miles an hour.
Where are you at now?
She was afraid she was going to kill other people. She seemed more afraid of that than really what was going to happen to her.
North Carolina State Trooper Frank Moody was 3 miles ahead on the opposite side of the highway when he heard the report of the runaway car.
I'm in pursuit of the jet. I was expecting the car to come up from my rear, so initially I was trying to move traffic from the left lane over to the right lane, but that's an impossible task. As soon as they got by me, they'd move right back to the left side.
Hey, what happens when you mash on the brake?
You didn't feel like there was a whole lot that you could really do. Just really didn't know how it would end up.
I was on the emergency strip and just sort of waited for the car to come along. Well, it just blew by me, just like a bullet, and if it hits anything, it will disintegrate. I had my blue lights and sirens and my alternating headlights going when I overtook it. I was leading it down I-95 and we were doing pretty good. Our goal was to try to run it out of gas. Things got a little congested, so we moved over to the emergency strip. So I was nervous throughout this ordeal. You already have a feeling it's not going to work. And I was just afraid that we were going to get to a point where we were going to have a serious crash. When someone did turn over into our path, there was just nowhere for me to go, and I had to brake. I was just waiting for her to hit me.
Look, hit the accelerator with your foot. It's on, it's not working, it's dead. It's not even moving. How much gas
She gave me a phone number for a mother.
If anything happens to me, that's my mother's number. What's your name? Alicia.
I figured on that she probably thought she might be killed.
Try to clear out this left lane so it can get...
When Sergeant Larry Davis got involved, Silicia's car had been accelerating out of control for more than 45 minutes.
There was a patrol car in front of her at one point, and she kept calling on her cellular phone and saying, please make the car get out of the way. I'm going to run into the rear of it, and it's going to explode. And so I elected to just try to continue south and clear the lanes, and hopefully it would run out of gas. And I held some keys up, and I told her to turn the ignition off. I could read her lips, and she was saying it would not turn off. It won't turn off.
Just keep you cool.
When I went into that median, my adrenaline really began to pump. She put that car in places that most people would not have attempted. She's a very good driver.
I've lost her.
If she had not called 911, we would have probably treated the thing as a chase. And at some point in time, we would have had to make a decision to take her out.
Nearly an hour had passed when Trooper B.J. Walters joined in the pursuit of the runaway car.
Basically, you are helpless. There's nothing you can do to stop it other than run some type of roadblock to slow the vehicle down with another one. But it can cause all of you to wreck.
As the traffic increased, Trooper Anthony Parrish passed Cilicia to try to clear the lane for her car.
And I kept my eye on her in my rearview mirror, and she was catching me like I was sitting still. There was cars in front of me and to my right, and I had nowhere to go. When I saw her go airborne, I saw the vehicles that were heading north, and I knew she was going to wipe out 2 or 3 of them.
I went straight to the vehicle and thinking in my mind that she was killed.
The first thing came out of her mouth was, how many people did I kill?
She had to have an angel on her shoulder to protect her when she wrecked that car.
In the 64 minutes Cilicia's car was speeding out of control, it crossed almost the entire state of North Carolina. 9 people were involved in the collision, but amazingly, no one was seriously injured.
I remember hearing in the background as they put me in the ambulance, they go, oh, she has to be dead. She's got to be dead. There's no way she lived through that. No way. That wasn't too comforting to hear that, but it was good to know that I was alive, to hear him say that.
21-year-old Cilicia Guedes was treated for minor injuries and released from the hospital that same evening.
Had she not had the seatbelt on, she would have been killed. There's no doubt about that.
Roll that around.
With the love and support of friends and family, Cilicia has gone on with her life.
Why don't you just cook it? Every time I think about the accident, I think of how close she came to death. It really made me ill.
I mean, I gotta see you again tomorrow? Of course. 12 o'clock show.
She's a joyous child. Lisa's here all the time. Of course, she's always looking for something to eat and want you to cook. She was always a very spiritual person, but now I think she's even more spiritual than she was before.
6 months after the accident, Cilicia graduated from nursing school.
Those state troopers, I'd like to thank them for working so hard the way they did to save me.
I get to see you guys. Hi. I'm fine. How are you?
Doing great.
Oh, my heroes right here. Oh, my heroes.
I saw the vehicle go up into the air some 15, 18 feet, and at that point, I thought someone was going to be killed. She told me that as she was going down the road, that she saw all these people in cars with families, and she said, God, don't let me kill anyone.
All I could think about was I can't live with the idea of killing somebody. I am really concerned about the health of other people. That's probably why I'm a nurse.
A subsequent inspection of Celicia's car revealed that in addition to a mechanical problem with her accelerator, a loose bolt in the transmission prevented her from being able to shift into neutral. No one knows why she could not shut off the ignition that day.
I'd have to say she's a good driver. I think this episode has cured any aspirations she's had of being a race car driver.
I don't care! I do not want to race. I do not want to race. No, no, no.
I crashed already. I don't believe it.
Next.
Josh, what's wrong? As a mother myself, I wanted to crawl through the phone and hold him and tell him that everything was going to be okay.
Mom, you okay?
On the afternoon of November 30th, 1993, Pam Tarr was home alone with her 3.5-year-old son, Joshua. In her 5th month of pregnancy, Pam was excited about having a second child. But for her, the decision to do so was not without risk.
My wife has a heart condition, and after she became pregnant, they had taken her off her medication. So I was concerned about her doing laundry and stuff. I didn't really want her going up and down the stairs, just wanted her to wait till I came home, but she said she would be careful.
Joshua, what are you doing?
You better not be filling that water gun up with water. I'm not. Mom, I put my gun away. I had to put my super soaker away. Then it heard a big bang. Mom! I ran down the steps and boom, she was laying on the floor. Mom, are you okay? She had her eyes closed, but she kept saying, "Oh, 911."
Emergency, Calvert.
My mom just fell down the stairs.
She did? Is she awake?
Yes.
Can you put her on the phone? Is that possible?
Well, I'm on the phone right now because Mom told me to call you guys.
Calvert County Control Center Supervisor Becky Wathen took over the call.
Hello? Yes? I couldn't get her. She can't get on the phone.
She can't get up?
No.
She fell down the steps?
Yeah.
Okay, did she say where she hurts at?
No.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and start an ambulance, okay?
At that point, we had the address and name of the residents. We were able to start a BLS.
Medical box 305, the Chesapeake Ranch Club, the Tar residence.
Corporal Tommy Barrett, with the security company in the gated community where the family lives, also heard the report and headed to the scene.
We have approximately 300 some roods in here, and a lot of the houses have no house numbers. So if you're not familiar with them, you can get lost in just about any road in here.
Do you know if their mommy or daddy's home?
There's Debbie and Shelly. Those are the moms.
Debbie and Shelly are the moms?
We were trying, hopefully, to get an adult who could assess the situation better and who could maybe help him and help the mother and in turn help us.
Do you know what their telephone number is?
Well, I forget what, Caitlin's number. I'm gonna ask my mom.
What is your name?
Josh.
Josh?
Yeah.
How old are you, Josh?
3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
I was surprised that he was that young, because normally a child that young wouldn't be that articulate and think enough to make a call like he did.
Okay, you're doing real good. Yeah, see if Mommy knows what Shelly or Debbie's phone number is, okay?
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
She asked me if I knew the phone numbers, and I didn't remember their phone numbers. So I ran steps to my mom. Mom, what's Shelly's phone number? What's Shelly's phone? Mama, what do you mean?
Josh, what's wrong? She's still laying down? Would she talk to you?
I wasn't sure what it was that had upset him so much, but as a mother myself, I wanted to crawl through the phone and just sit there and hold him and comfort him and tell him that everything was going to be okay.
Okay, you all right now? Take a couple of big deep breaths, okay? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, you're all calm down now?
Yeah. I thought my mom's gonna die. That's why I was crying. That's why she told me 2 deep breaths. That made me stop crying.
She's what?
She's
She's
bleeding.
bleeding?
No, she's sleeping.
She's sleeping?
Yeah.
And you couldn't get Mommy to wake up? She might be uncomfortable.
That meant the call was more serious than we had originally thought. I hoped everything was going to be okay, but at that point we didn't know for sure.
Okay, you're doing real good, okay?
Okay.
I want you to try to calm down a little bit. Take some more deep breaths, okay? Yeah, that helps, doesn't it? Yeah, that makes you feel better. But we got someone to come and help you, Mommy, okay?
Neighbor Debbie Davis, a registered nurse, had just gotten home.
And I saw the security Jeep pull into Pam's driveway. I immediately got scared because she had told me that over the weekend she had passed out. So that was the first thing that came into my mind, is something that had happened to Pam.
Hey, can you see outside from where you are?
Yeah.
Okay, see if you see a man out front. There's supposed to be a man there. There's someone in the house now.
I heard voices in the background and knew that the officer was there. But I wanted to be there with him to let him know how good a job he had done.
Pam?
Miss Tar?
Pam, can you hear me?
I could tell that she was breathing, but she wasn't responding at all.
Pam? Pam? Pam, are you okay?
The security guard took the phone from me, and then I had to go to my neighbor Shelly's house. Then we looked out the window, didn't see the ambulance or my mom. Neither one of them. Or my dad. None of them.
She's got a pulse and she's breathing.
Knowing that she had a cardiac history, I was worried about the baby and whether or not the baby was getting enough oxygen and blood and everything, but of course I had no way to check that.
Pam was flown by Maryland State Police helicopter to the neonatal intensive care unit of Prince George's Hospital Center, where trauma physician Saeed Daei took over her care.
The most likely cause of her fainting was lack of circulation to the brain because of her history of heart problem.
Okay, Pat, plug that sonogram machine, please.
Not only we're examining her condition, also we're monitoring and checking the baby heartbeats. I see the baby moving. The sonogram showed that though there is some evidence of slowness, there is no immediate danger, and this is a transient process that went away fast.
To prevent future problems, Pam was put back on her heart medication.
No bleeding behind it.
During the 4 days Pam spent in the hospital, Joshua was a frequent visitor.
I feel so happy to see my mom. I ran to her and then I gave her a great big hug. You have to.
He ran right up with a huge smile on his face, just so proud of himself, and he just said, "I saved your life, Mommy. I'm your hero." I just smiled and said, "Of course you are, and you saved Mommy and probably your baby brother."
Just to look inside your belly.
And that's when he found out it was going to be a boy.
8-pound, 2-ounce Jacob Tarr was born 16 weeks after the incident. A completely healthy baby.
Joshua came through when there was no other person to rely on. Makes me look at him as a little boy and not a baby anymore. It's obvious that he's growing up.
We proudly present this award in recognition of outstanding service to Joshua Tarr as our Hero of the Year for 1993 and 1994.
I'm gonna get the Hero of the Year awards.
Here you go, young man. Good job.
I knew I was a hero because I called 911 and saved my mommy's life.
How big's Jacob? So big.
Yeah, I'm happy to be a big brother because I get to help my mom. I'm gonna have to teach him a lot of things before he grows up. Like, let me see here, like no hitting and no pushing and only call 911 when they are in an emergency. Baby on the bus.
Step out of the car, please.